however. Nuke, not one that usually attributes itself to a lot of success, but I do have a little caveat, chat. They start on the defense. If Na'Vi's T side falls as flat as theirs did on Inferno, we could be on for a day off tomorrow.
Oh, you guys are still coming in. I was planning on
we
taking
support
this
No,
out.
no, if you take the day off, dude, I'm coming with you.
All right, well, let's see what happens. As Cyber Legacy have a lot of work to do. Na'Vi are going to be fired up after losing map number 1.
There's going to be 2 ways that they get
Foster.
after the back of that. Fired up or folded. Now, right now, they've just lost out on 1. It is Perfecto to go down, but Boomich has taken that space.
Oh, and he's made sound
He's up that a bit. Glowing.
Glowing.
Got to be aware.
Oh,
Wins it too.
This is not the
Cyber.
dream start.
They're
And now they're smoked out of main.
still simple. And the P250 in pistol rounds. We've already told this narrative 1,000,001 times.
Oh, but I'm
just
going to
to
write a
remind
new one,
people-
Lauren.
Go on.
You are?
Yeah, I think that Symbol had a pretty rough first map, didn't he?
Yes.
So let's assume that he's having a rough day. He only had 14 kills in map number 1. Boomich had more.
Because bloody Foster had his number.
Yeah, well, Tricky's got his this time round.
Oof. I love me a P250 tap.
Well, Caesar's in trouble.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Ralph Wiggum, tucked in on the T-vents.
Oh, Ralph. Gelling out.
I choose you. Oh.
Oh, don't. My feelies. Now, comes down to do they make
Hello.
mistakes? This is going to be down to mistakes being made and exploited by the boys against them. Na'Vi, well and truly capable. C still locked in. The unknown elements of the other two. Foster is one, and that's a shot you want to be hitting. And even coming out with the goods is seized. 3 stand.
Why has he got the butter knife? No one actively chooses to use that knife, do they?
Oh, if you need to spread some butter on your toast,
What's he
Alex,
doing with that?
you might have to do that.
It's quite an
How
ugly
was
one.
your Marmite toast?
I had 6 slices in one day, Chad.
Pretty good, isn't
You
it?
animal.
Like I couldn't.
No, because it's the nostalgia,
Couldn't
Lauren. It
stop.
hits you all at
Just
once.
smothering
As I
yourself.
honestly, yeah. Like the problem
Butter
was, I was
everywhere.
watching something as I ate it. So I didn't even realize I'd reached for another slice and it was gone already. Like I just inhale it
No.
at such a fast rate.
Lauren, we got to give you your
Steagles?
toaster today. You need
Yeah.
to take it out the back
Yeah.
Pardon?
of the car.
The car, this toaster. Now. Oh, I love you guys. It's fun hanging out with you.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? We do have what? Deagle, P250, and so 2 Deagles, excuse me. Let's had another as well.
Oh,
Simple,
wow.
doing simple things.
Any more?
Come on.
Anyone else?
Tricky's like, you know what? I'll fall off.
Upon
that."
further thought, Simple is within the 1 scout tag range, and he's actually going to peek into it regardless of that.
Look at
Tricky.
Tricky
Seen him drop
go.
down. Nice.
I like this from Tricky. He's all
You
over
like
the
this,
shop.
You're liking a few of them. Who's the other player you like?
It was
Clax.
Claxy.
Max,
Flaxy boy.
Claxy boy.
defender of the Claxian regime. Bang. Misses his shot. That's in a bit of an orky mode. They will have to
What do they do with
concede this. Now, who's on the lower rotate? It is 1 man down the vents, and it's Chad's favorite.
Claxy boy.
And a missed shot again. They do start to drive into the lower site. Only Clax and an MP9 separates Na'Vi from the plant. Boomich is the first to go down, and it does look like Electronic has got a safe plant here. But only with Glocks to defend it.
And they know they're locked on the site. Decon wasn't opened until then. Perfecto won his fight, got a gun for it, and now comes back out. But it's a 1v3.
He could nade the door.
They'll do it for
I'll do
him.
it for him. And now he needs a multi-kill.
Claxy boy.
And he gets the Fama. So, he's having a good time. 3 kills for him. Famas in hand. Tricky holds onto the Scout. Foster has the M4A4. Seized and Glowing will probably get dropped across a gun or 2 here. So the Famas will most likely go to Seized. Glowing might get a drop from Tricky or Foster. It doesn't really matter. Maybe the AWPer wants to hold onto some residual cash going forwards. The purchases will be coming on through. Tricky gets gifted a Deagle. So he's got a Scout Deagle combo. We have 3 M4A4s and the Famas out to play. Na'Vi on the other side of things. They will eventually get these AK-47s out, and that utility has been bolstered by the plant. So not operating with the bare minimum by any means. This is a potent-looking Na'Vi buy to kick things off. And, well, Inferno, it didn't go great for them. Nuke, it needs to start going good, or we won't be coming into work tomorrow.
Bang. Electronics fancies a bit of a duel. Caesar's using that smoke to hold safely the silos drop, and he will perhaps catch a glimpse of Boomich there. There's 3 outside. It's a lot of responsibility for Seized.
Did he hear that drop? I think he did. So Caesar's aware they could have gone to Garage. So he's going to have to post up for this and just call across to Foster or someone else, whomever it may be. Okay, they can get secret. So again, there is a little bit of territory building now for Na'Vi. Electronic being at the forefront of this, but they don't seem too fussed just yet.
Okay, that information's come across to Electronic now, so they might try and isolate C's towards Warehouse. Needs Tricky to be
With
a
the
big
scout?
bait.
Yeah.
He needs to get a tag and draw some attention here because you can see how they're postured. Flash comes over now. Na'Vi will advance forward.
Here comes the challenge. Sees knows he's hunted. 3 of them crossing.
Holding his
Descending.
ground.
He is. He's done well. He knows there's a potential from 3 different angles of assault, but that's Perfecto finally filling the feed. And Tricky forced onto the Desert Eagle. Confirms Flamey's crossing. Knows there's one close. Will have to fall out.
Yeah, it's going to come down to Foster, though. If they do continue towards this lower side, they're down to 25 seconds. So if he gets the right gamble, it's pre-fire. The spam's really quite good. Yeah, Foster's in danger. He's dead. Very well considered by Na'Vi. The cross, you can threaten it, but I doubt you'll get much more for it. And I think that's going to be about it for this round. Na'Vi reminding us that they are meant to be the firm favorites here. This is their map. This should not have been a problem. Inferno should never have really happened, but we enjoy it when it does. Now Perfecto going to just try and lock these boys off. Maybe post up for now.
Yeah, Glowing and Clax need to save these. Tricky will be able to purchase in the next round, but I'd be interested to see what buying patterns Cyber Legacy come into. We haven't seen them be tested or threatened so far within the series whatsoever. It was all one-way traffic over there on Inferno. So this is the chance to actually see what happens when the map isn't going as swimmingly as what they may like. They had some well-orchestrated T-side strategies. They had some set pieces that looked fantastic. They had some pace changes that were good too. They had Seized walking into the B bomb site, getting double entry kills when there was no one around even to be able to trade him. So everything was going well for Cyber Legacy on map number 1. But map number 2 is where they might come into a bit more trouble.
Can you believe that the original CS, you could just spray anything? You could just upload a PNG?
Yeah.
So it was a terrible time.
It wasn't fun.
Like, that's mad, isn't it?
It's a terrible time.
The worst one, there was obviously a lot of horrible ones that got put out there on the Counter-Strikes, but
Yeah.
the one that was the worst for me was when they would do the T or CT model.
Yep.
That one bothered me the most.
That's
'cause,
obviously
now
not-
you're interfering with my gameplay.
That's not cool. Molly's arriving. Na'Vi looking coordinated. They really have dusted themselves off and said, do you really want to lose this? Imagine how much more mad we could be. And Boomich does find Clax. Cease is going for the most audacious maneuver here, and he might even find Simple because he's lingered as the smokes fade. Oh.
People see him? No, it doesn't look like it.
Again, surely Radar at some point shown one of them. Simple losing against Siege.
But the low side's lost. This round is lost. There's no way back in for the CTs. Smokes and Molly's not great, but enough.
Yeah, that was good. So they mollied the shadow position as well as the left side of Megaton here in the smoke. It didn't cover perfectly, but the idea was good. So Na'Vi being very diligent in their approach towards this lower side, even with that opening kill coming through from Flamey. Boomich being able to control that vent rotation. He took Clax out of the picture earlier on within this round, and that's a duel that we can keep our eyes on, how Boomich does by patrolling that area. Sees, don't shoot your teammate. That's not what we want to do here, as the guns look like they will be saved. In either end of the map, over towards the CT spawn, is Foster and Seized, and in T spawn, well, look at Glowing. They're on opposite ends of the spectrum right now. Rush, how you doing?
Doing okay. How are you doing?
Just okay?
Yeah, doing all right.
Not great?
I'm doing pretty fantastic, actually. Thanks for asking.
So you say you're doing fantastic?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
You guys are idiots.
You want to play some games tonight, Rush?
Some Danger Zone?
Maybe. I was thinking more like team-based Counter-Strike.
Yeah, can do. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm down for it. I've been doing all right recently.
Yeah, we had
I've been,
Rushley T-side open nuke, and he was getting entries upon entries.
I do like AWPing. It is fun.
He just doesn't do it because he thinks the role gets hogged by everybody else.
No, I bigged him up. I made it really clear. I said, Rush, you're AWPing this map.
Yep.
I like it. I think T-side AWPing I really enjoy. Some maps, like a nuke, I don't really want to see T-side AWP, but on a lot of other maps, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, and you're definitely no slouch on the Zoom banger.
I like it. You know what, Alex, you're pretty good to yourself, but I remember that clip Chad showed
Yeah,
on
let's
this
run it
very
now,
map.
actually. I think we should just run it now.
Yeah,
It's Alex's little frag movie.
it was beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, well, going into another round of play.
They might have to save here.
So the question is,
Yeah.
I think in my mind, Na'Vi have set that, hey, we can take Yard, we can take Secret, we can get to lower really quite easy. Clax was the only person down there for a while, really. Seized was trying to fight it, but couldn't get much done, and obviously with no warp and only a scout at some points, it hasn't been much of a fight. Now, obviously once you set the tempo to that, the other team's going to try and counter it eventually, but if Na'Vi hit the switch and go for something different, you know what I mean? It's going to be that
Sure.
back and forth game that I'm looking for now is who adapts the best, and I really hope it's Na'Vi.
Well, this is the thing. Cyber Legacy, in terms of their CT side mid-round rotations and dealing with losing territory, that's very, very difficult Counter-Strike to play. On Inferno, it was T-side. They were dictating the pace. They were very well coordinated in their executes and something that they were much more comfortable on. And everything went their way, just like kills like this from Foster. So he's taken down Perfecto. Fantastic opening. They still have all 3 of their rifles that are saved across up and ready and raring to go. Smokes towards yard. Seized is about to see if this is a fake or not. And as we can tell, it is just Electronic patrolling the yard. So, okay, where was that? Flamey just took down Foster. So he reinitiated into lobby by the looks of things on the radar.
At least it confirms that Glowing is not safe. He'll be filling the gap in hut.
There's no way he aggresses on this, surely not.
It would be foolish.
Heard steps for sure towards radio.
Don't need to give him the fight, but they choose to.
They need to get somebody lower right now because Ramp's open. Klax has dropped. All he has is a Zeus and a USP. If he can make this Zeus work, it could be onto something here. Flash comes down.
Oh!
Misses the shot there with the Zeus. Boomic makes sure he's punished.
Yeah, Flamey's the biggest issue here now.
Flamey's been spotted.
Oh, wow. Okay, Glowing's got his number. Brilliant. Okay, so now a 3v2. Do they have a kit? Yes, on Glowing. Now the post-plant positions between Simple and Boomic. Let's have a quick look towards where they are. Boomic towards the control room and Simple up on the catwalk. Boomic who's going to receive the first 2. Flash comes in, he turns, he's forced off the angle. Tricky there, 1, Glowing, gets the trade, but now it's Simple.
Oh!
They've done
and
it.
Seized beats him.
That was just saved rifles.
Yeah, they didn't actually invest a penny really into that round, and Cyber Legacy successfully retaking the lower site, notoriously the harder site to retake. Na'Vi. Not all tickety-boo for them. Perhaps we have got ourselves a little bit of a competition into our second map. It was expected that this would be a Na'Vi stomping ground, but going for the Zeus play, you cheeky bean. And that was the Seize frag onto Simple.
I'm amazed. Seize has had Simple's number a couple of rounds
He has.
now.
Yeah.
That's it's got to be a little bit frustrating. I'm sure that they're bigger players than, you know, I like to hide them up to be, but I like the idea that you're going to be sat there getting a little annoyed when it's Seized, you know, killing the best that Na'Vi ever, quote-unquote, had. So, going to be fun. Oh, bit of a gap in that smoke, I think, for a second. They're not sure if it was exploited. Maybe Tricky seen at least one cross. Might see a couple of steps here and there. Flamey making it through, though. They're down towards lower. Seized this time has adjusted. This was the gap that they were able to exploit before.
He doesn't. He actually chooses to flash it, which is a bit of a oopsie. Never mind. He's actually killed Electronic as well. He's just finding everyone. He's finally knocked off his perch. Rotate's coming in. Flamey wants to get the smoke and the molly down. He can do both. They have the lower sight. Three from ramp. 4-man retake. Easy to overthink situations like this. 2 to find. Darker possibility. They will acknowledge that. He loses his first duel. It's all onto Perfecto now, and he's being hunted. Glowing going down. Perfecto down to 19, though, so
He's saving.
he's already just decided he's not interested.
I get it. You're probably not going to win that round, but I don't like that that's the direction Counter-Strike's headed. And obviously that's the case all the time now because of the percentage plays, and it makes much more sense to hold on to the AK, and I can write you a book and sell you that one every day of the week. But
it's not exciting.
It's not exciting. It's as soon as he gets that kill, it's like, okay, I can't win, I'm leaving. I'm taking my toys and I'm going home. Well, his toys will be back out in round 7, so the team will be able to purchase 5 AK-47s. Utility's looking good, but Cyber Legacy have the lead, 4-2 at this stage. AWP for Pruki still in play. And away we go. How many rounds can Cyber Legacy get on this CT side? Look, if they get 9 or 10, I don't even know what's happening. I don't understand. I really don't get it.
We'll see. It's a way off yet.
This is a big round to determine, though, the competitive field. Foster's the ramp player. Makes sense. Now, I'm intrigued that he doesn't choose to stand and fight. You know, the typical conversation about ramp players is one and done. But he hasn't even gone for that. He's immediately fallen into the lower site in a more passive line. Electronic, usually the red lurk. He's there again.
She seem very aware of the possibility, but obviously timing's a factor. They could be on silo. They could
So,
be
something I have recently been considering as my development of the nuke, understanding of nuke develops when I play it. Is Electronic's primary purpose there not only to swing into main if it's a top finish, but also just to stop that easy rotate to secret?
Yeah, he's multiple different jobs there. He gets to decide how he wants to finish the round. So
nice.
that's one way to do it.
That's very
Glowing's
nice.
got so much work now.
Good peek.
Oh, great timing.
Could be on for more.
Good.
Oh, the smoke
Oh,
fluff.
bad smoke.
Uh-oh.
Very bad smoke.
Looking at the
35
time.
seconds.
Now Foster doesn't look like such a fool.
No one's lower, though. This is the problem.
Oh, there you go. Now this is Na'Vi. Planting and succeeding.
Okay, back and forth the rounds go. The money not fantastic on the Cyber Legacy side of things. The loss bonus will come on through, but the buy is going to be difficult to justify. Glowing. Maybe he gets lucky on the timing here. No, Simple with another one in this round. So up to 3 kills now, Simple. Eventually, Clax will take him on down, but the round is all Na'Vis. As the scoreline will now trickle on up to 4-3 in favor of black and yellow.
Fancies the AWP. Here's the hunt.
Ooh, the second.
All right. Well, they don't need the AWP on the T side, so I'd be curious to see if they pick that on up. I think Simple more than happy to operate with the rifle on a map like Nuke.
Shadow.
Yeah, that's a big advantage right there for Simple, taking down Glowing. And now we get back underway here. There will be no buy coming through for Cyber Legacy. Looks like they're just opting to upgrade with one P250 that was bought by Tricky and dropped across to Glowing. So curious enough as it is, I think Glowing may be dropping him an AWP in future rounds. CZ for Seized, Deagle out for Foster. Clax wanting to go for the Zeus again, and Tricky, well, he's got himself a P250 as well. So let's take a look here as we get the bent elbow of Smokes out. And that is a shot and a half from Foster. Flamey, you are dead.
Yeah, 20-year-old from the CIS. Making quite the statement in his performance here against Na'Vi. It shouldn't translate into anything particularly concerning.
Gun is recoverable. He hasn't gone for it yet. Maybe.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, the flash as well! Boomich was doing the dance. He had a chance. Tricky didn't know. And so that AK will not last. No, neither will Simple's health bar.
Simple still gonna hit the shot, isn't he? It is a 3v3 though, and it feels weird because they've lost timing on territory, I guess is the way to put it, because the CTs could have pushed anywhere. So they're a little bit hesitant, a little bit cautious. Simple is watching the back right now in case of that lobby push, but it is that stack towards Secret. Now, if you're Na'Vi, you haven't been subtle with your intentions, so do you then change your mind?
Looks like they're continuing towards lower here, so this crossfire of Glowing and Seized is everything right now for Cyber Legacy. They steal this one away. Na'Vi are going to be tilted off the face of the earth.
They shouldn't really lose this. High. And Simple does go down. So he's got a chance to find the multi-kill. Electronic is low. And Clax, with only a USP, I'm afraid, is hoping to find an AK. And that might just be where the round ends. No kit. Finds himself the AK-47 and is
Like to see
saving.
him go for it, but if he starts running now, he might give away his position. So yeah, it is just going to be the save. And this is the same thing with Perfecto round. It's like, okay, well, you're probably not going to win, but give it a crack. Come on, Claxy boy. Give her a fair shot, a fair shake of the sauce bottle. So 4-4, things tied up now. Na'Vi bounding back into this one after being dismantled on Inferno. That was a 16-6 victory. I still cannot believe it. Seized had a 1.78 rating. He had 22 kills. He had 112 ADR. That is bananas. Absolutely mental stuff here. This is the opener over towards the ramp position, so great stuff there. And they even managed to pick up the second kill of the round, but trades come back in. Simple able to right the ship here, and this is a huge kill onto Glowing in that lower side, playing a bit of an off angle. Eliminated as Seized eventually gets traded out by Boomich there. And as we get into round number 9, the guns come out. The AWP for Tricky's in play. Clax has kept that AK-47. Got himself some utility as well. Not a full load, just the flash and the Molotov. Flash is gone. Secret smokes are down. Electronic will be using that to cross on over. Boomich on top of main to help on out as well. Squeaky being smoked on off and Seized. Well, he's the man to deal with this rotation. A little bit of a jiggle. Flashed off. Oh, he's hung around for too long. Caesar's in a bit of trouble here. Has dropped the smoke. That's only going to buy them to 1 minute, though, Lauren.
Think Caesar ain't going to take that fight? Huh? Huh, Chad?
Well, it is
Don't you worry about it.
How good he is. You're right.
You know, you see a smoke, he's fine. He's fine. The issue is elsewhere, though. Okay, Klax is also fine, apparently. That's question mark on it. Sees now waits, and all they have left is Ramp and Squeaky. That's it. That's the options. 3 players, guns at their side, no more utility for the T's. This is dry as anything. Flowing. Has a bit of a shot at it, but it's messy. They do keep 4 alive. This is...
Yeah. Competitive.
Again, it is competitive. It does feel as though I'm waiting for Cyber Legacy to, once they control a little bit of what Na'Vi are doing, how much they can take it, because they shouldn't have the depth that Na'Vi have, but they've forced a timeout from them.
Yeah, precisely. Na'Vi here, they are scratching their heads a little bit.
Wow.
Because it's not as simple as come into a game and just win 16-1. That's not what we're expecting from Na'Vi by any means, but we're looking for them to be in control of the game here and look like they have clear intentions to win. If you take a look at the round recap here, you can see 2 on the trot from Cyber Legacy, 2 from Na'Vi. 2 bounce-back rounds right there, both with diffusers, so close rounds. Na'Vi with 2 of their own. Now, if we're going to follow trend, I suppose Cyber Legacy will be winning round number 10, and then Na'Vi will get rounds 11 and 12. So let's not ruin this, guys. Let's stick to the script. As, well, Na'Vi are going to be buying on into this. Flamey's purchased on with a Galil armor and utility. Electronic follows suit, has that AK-47 coming out. Simple down to the Deagle. Boomich with an AK. And Perfecto, what are you going to buy with that? Okay, it's a Tech 9.
Okay,
so utility's not bad.
I think Simple got the rifle.
That's right, they swapped it on over. So Simple onto the AK makes a bit more sense with that one right there. And going back to spawn to buy an extra little nade, I think that was Boomich. There's a HE to work with now as well. Electronic has a chance against Seized here, playing close towards this warehouse smoke. It's about to fade. Thinks better of hanging around in plain sight. Electronic will cross towards Secret. Nobody knows this has happened. But Cyber Legacy have to be aware it was a possibility.
Oh, the boost in towards Ramp. He's not alone here, Tricky. This is going to be...
Oh, he shot immediately.
Oh, he's absolutely fumbled that one.
Okay, not the end of the world if Tricky turns up now. He's got control of the ramp wrap. But they can still descend. That's a big find. That's the lurk gone. And Glowing's already positioned in such a powerful angle. He can even catch Simple with his bomb out.
No way. They're not clearing their corners.
That sounded so funny. He caught Simple with his bomb out. He did. And now Electronics going clutching. 1v3. Shouldn't be, but could become a reality. Tricky. Approaching. Sees from the doors. Electronic has got space to work here, but he gets tagged. Wow, what a leg shot from Trick. That makes things all the more difficult as they take to the site. Kit's on it. Surely you don't have to rush this. No, 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 no need to do that. There we go. 6 is found.
Chad, does this feel weird?
I don't even know what to make of this anymore. After map 1, it felt more than weird. It felt like we were coming to work on opposite day or something like that.
Like, surely they can't apply this to the T side, right?
I think that if Inferno's anything to go off, their T side would be well regimented with decent pace changes. They just need one of their set pieces to work, and then they can condition Na'Vi. And now that they've got 6, Na'Vi are actually on a bit of a partial investment here, just Deagles across the board. If they convert this, that's 7. We're working with, I don't know, 4 or 5 more gun rounds.
Okay. Let's see if any damage gets done here. Again, this is where Na'Vi have so much capability. They have the depth of everything. There is not a world where they should be stumped for ideas or even answers to what Cyber Legacy are doing and winning with. So for now, we wait. It looks like Ramp has a little bit of attention being drawn towards it, as Foster will be on the other side. Bit of utility enough to force him off. They have garnered Ramp control, but I'm not sure what they plan to do with it now.
I don't know if they know what they're planning to do at this stage, Na'Vi. I think, obviously, coming into a game like this, it's not that you're not taking your opponent seriously. It's just that if you played your B game, you should probably win, right? Like, that's the comparison right there. And when you look at Na'Vi getting their asses handed to them on map number 1, now, I still don't think they're going to lose map number 2, but they are losing right now. It's not a crazy scoreline by any means, but 6-4. With the narrative that I'm building about Cyber Legacy probably closing this round out, It's maybe Na'Vi, they're not in the right mindset right now. You know, if everybody's only operating at 70% and you're expecting your teammates to be operating and winning you the rounds, like, then maybe that's where we're falling into a little bit of trouble. Now, this is a round-robin group stage, so Na'Vi will have to play against all of the opponents within this group, and they still have a chance to come through in top spot. But this is just a really bad look for the start of the tournament for them. And in the past, you know, they haven't always done fantastic in the RMR events. You heard from Simple in that interview putting a lot of it on the coach bug right there, but I don't think this can be placed on any bug whatsoever. This is just Cyber Legacy here to play.
You have to also say that obviously Boomich not feeling well is going to be a bit of a problem, I'm sure. Maybe that's just, you know, a personal thing more than anything, but, you know, take a little bit of that, sure, but I want to take nothing away from Cyber Legacy.
No, and I've also got recent evidence that some players can, you know, actually still perform when feeling sick. Config, of course, was very vocal about the fact he was puking up his guts and then dropped 40 frags in 2 maps, so you can count on him. But obviously very different for different players. Different folks, different strokes, and all that stuff. Liking the pink there in Na'Vi's representative with a very stern frown, as the results do indicate.
I see why.
Yeah.
It makes sense, and we've got to make sense of this one. 7-4.
It is getting away from them. Now, T-side nuke, as of course you've already outlined and made abundantly clear, there is expected to see some CT success, but with the discrepancy in wild ranking, one would expect that to be relatively minor.
Yeah, the loss bonus next round for Na'Vi is only going to be the 2,900, so a plant here is essential, as we can see them just really slowing the pace down and hoping that whittling down the utility of Cyber Legacy, just making sure they don't go for any crazy Aggie pushes, is a way to negate any of these early round disadvantages. But Seized, he's in important positions every time.
I love the fact he's pushed up here. We haven't seen too much of it. Now, they'll probably check on it just out of consideration, but it's the commitment to it, and they do. They commit well. Electronic going to clear past Seized comfortably. The first time we've seen that level of aggression from him, he had been in various positions, but not that one yet. So that does cut off Secret now. That is wide and truly open. The outside area can be contested. Simple, quite slow to this, but taking his time for purpose as Flamey finds Foster.
Yeah, that was through the squeaky door for the vent rotations. That's a huge kill to find, but if they can deal with Flamey on this push, Glowing and Clax could be onto something. The longer this takes, though, more problems, because it looks like a top split is on the cards right now. Flamey not going to catch the feet going up the ladder, so at this stage has no idea that the lobby is under the remit of the CTs, and he's getting pinned on down. Flamey takes down Glowing. He's heard that.
Oh.
Maybe not.
This cross gets a little bit sketchy. It should be fine when you've got this many players.
Yeah, and Simple's relieved all of the potential pressure that was mounting.
Lovely.
And there we have it. So, 7-5. This is the real break point now, because there's plenty of CT cash, but there won't be for the remaining rounds if they don't convert. And so as the timeout is called, second we've seen from Cyber Legacy so far, they'll be putting their thinking caps on as to how they can replicate. It is crazy to me how many of these have been defusal retakes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a different breed of Counter-Strike to what we normally see. I mean, yes, the saves and playing the percentages, absolutely, but these have been clutches, these have been retakes, and Na'Vi getting the bomb down, usually the hard part of the job. It hasn't been the case here. We're heading into our last few rounds, but if, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Cyber Legacy continue in this way, if we see double digits found, or even 9, I mean, 10-5, 9-6, those are all scorelines that would give them room to complete this ridiculous underdog 2-0.
Yeah, look right now, if Cyber Legacy win this round, Na'Vi are going to be on squalor for the last couple of rounds of the game. So let's wait and see what kind of defense they apply right here. Protocol nades towards Squeaky and Hut, just making sure there can't be any rushes, and you can see exactly what that does. Boomich having to obey the flames and sit on back, and the same with Seized over towards main. This time, no aggressive play from Seized towards that T-red box. That means Electronic won't have a freebie right there, but they're rocking the boost again over towards ramp with Foster in play. Tricky backing him up with the AWP, and right now, Na'Vi are more than happy. Same as last round, just sit, wait. If any picks come our way, we'll take them, and if not, then we'll do a late to mid-round execute. You can see Electronics already set up with his smoke. I'm sure that the other boys have theirs ready and raring to go as well. And this looks like they were looking to do the L frame. Boomich has come on over, Simple as well. Smokes go out, and Electronic will have an opportunity to posture through the yard again. So this time round, it will be the L block smokes. Third of the trio landing. Perfecto's outside as well. Boomich is on top of main.
That's going to be heard.
What's the response from Cyber Legacy? They're just
That's the
hurtling
question,
up.
right? They are. Like, they're letting Na'Vi dictate a lot of this. He's going for the Boomich special. Jiggle the secret. Don't get hit. Drop your smoke. It's a fun game to play at 38 seconds. He's just paranoid, but he's right to be there. And that's enough, surely, Kay. There you go. Smoke dropped. And suddenly, low sight safe. Just like that. You can bolster your defense on the upper site. They've only got 20 seconds. Na'Vi, what are you doing? Where are you going?
I like this from Cyber Legacy. Whether it works out or not is beyond the point. They're saying, hey, take yard. There's not a bomb site out on yard. It's up there and it's lower. And now already Glowing finds Boomich. The next
On
two
top
lines
side.
there, but Care Heaven. That's wide open.
Oh, and Flamey's done enough. Perfecto wrapping in as well. The CTs have gobbled it up. And Na'Vi with a second to spare. Get that bomb down.
Ooh.
Don't forget how many retakes they've had success in. Oh, spots him. Perfecto, you're screwed. Bang! Head gone. 2 on 2. C still lingering in the vents. Tricky from heaven.
Yeah.
You're right. No kit. That should be enough to determine the fate of this round unless Simple gets caught. Looking for the quick scope. Can't find it. That's enough. Electronic onto C's as well. Only confirms things. Tricky needs to get out of dodge. And 7-6 has been accrued. Maybe Electronics on the plate. Bang. Need to stop saying sound effects. That's for sure. Can't stop.
Blammo.
Zoom. Wallop.
So 6 on the board for Na'Vi, but it spells disaster for Cyber Legacy's money, just in the same way it would have for Na'Vi if they were to lose that round without getting the bomb down. This is Perfecto here, getting spotted by Tricky, but it wasn't enough to open the door on the site. Electronic dealing with Seized, who was lying in wait towards the vent, and then even punishing Tricky so the AWP cannot be saved. So big round from Na'Vi here, and they're well and truly back in this one. 6 rounds on the board is probably enough for the T side, but I think they might even get 8. As you can see here, will be a full-on save from the Cyber Legacy side of things, and all through main they trickle.
Who gets the absolute mad frags on this? Let's see.
Simple, probably.
Oh, Simple.
And he has to plan.
Oh,
Hey,
nearly.
Simple got all...
Flamey ruined it.
Yeah.
Nice one, Flamey.
Simple only had, what was that, 7 kills before those 4. So a bit of a quiet one from him, all things considered.
It's quiet for Simple.
We're expecting normally, 25 on the nose from Simple map after
It's
map.
mad, isn't it, that you have to hold him to that as his average standard.
Yeah, well, that's why we say he's the
is.
best player in the world. So his average standard is not like everybody else's average. I think it's Zywoo and Simple kind of get a different standard to everybody else. As the last round of play comes underway, round 15, 7-7. Who's going to take the lead at the half as Clax has opted for the Alligator in this one here. Org out for Tricky, can't afford that AWP. And towards Yard, they want a bit of control. Sees tucked in towards the red box. And then you've got Tricky over towards Warehouse, who can't bait for him because he's smoked on office. So Electronic, this is with a timer, my friend. What's the top attack? They've already split onto this. Glowing, he's taken down Perfecto here, and he's actually slowed the attack.
Yeah, but he's
Nice.
going to go down, right? Oh,
Right?
gets Flamey. 2 on 2. They can't knock him off his perch.
He shouldn't have had that second one. Never going to get
fire.
away with it on Simple. Tricky, though. The angle's not going to be there.
8-7. That's the half. Cyber Legacy posting a reasonable and respectable CT half, but spelling trouble. We'll see how the second half goes.
Rising of the ashes, coming from the ether. All I hear is static. Breathe a little deeper. Fallen, broken, a million light years away from home. My eyes opened, and now I've come to claim life. Never let it go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. they see me shining, calling me a goddess. Thunder and the lightning. I'm falling, I'm faster, making my way back. I'm close to home. I'm fighting harder because I've come to claim my throne. Never letting go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. I'm running through the fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. And I live this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah.
Na'Vi mounting a comeback in the series. After falling on Inferno, it's time for Cyber Legacy to do what they can. On the T side of Nuke, it's Na'Vi's map pick. Looks like they've definitely picked up the pace, though. Na'Vi stringing together 4 final rounds. The final 4 of the half does put them in good stead.
I got a couple of win conditions here for Cyber Legacy in this one. Their T half on Inferno was key. It was the map pick of Cyber Legacy. That meant they would start on that T side. But as we get back underway here, they need to have similar themes. They need to be able to set that pace, have some well-orchestrated executes they've dry run, and a little bit of luck on their side in some of these clutch rounds.
Okay, we'll see if that can quantify, if it can come through. Flamey already getting forced back, but he's got support.
Oh
Outdone
my
by
God.
Klax. That's quick, but Perfecto's there now. Keep in mind, Glowing's just battered him. So this is a bomb plant all day long. I think he still sees top side as well, so vent rotation a little trickier, but Simple's made it down to decon.
Hard way back in now. Those early casualties echoing even more. Okay. Boomich takes down one of the hardest hitters, and he's got a nade with Tricky's name on it. Bonk!
This is getting closer.
Getting sketchy.
They won't reclear
Another
it.
frag. They
Oh.
won't, but he gives them the fight, and now
Glowing.
they take it. Glowing's giving it
Other
away.
side, it's played on the other side.
Seized. What can you possibly do? Electronic's going to get this frag. Boomich is holding it for all 10 seconds, and he gets them both. Seized with more impact against Na'Vi.
I like that.
Boy, how did they almost fumble that? That was wild.
Gee
scenes
willikers,
right there.
Dre.
It's not meant to
Only
come
bad
down to
syllables.
that. It's not meant to come down to that situation.
Glowing wasn't going to be cleared in this shadow position. You'll see, well, we won't see, but he didn't
know what
need
you're
to
saying.
shoot.
Yeah.
He just needed to hide.
We also have to remember, Cyber Legacy are rated absolutely everywhere.
Not
These
not
guys-
applicable.
Exactly. These players...
Oh, I love
Loving
it.
it. They're
Such a
loving it.
contrast of energy, because you know Na'Vi are quite the opposite. And I'm sure this feels, every round they win feels like an achievement.
100%, because these guys are not meant to win these scenarios. They're not as experienced, apart from what? Seized. Sure, he can probably play those a little bit better, a little bit calmer, maybe won't take that fight, but these young guns probably want to make that difference.
Yeah.
Chase that feeling of beating Na'Vi that's potentially on the cards. Now, it's still not here yet. It's still the CT side of Nuke, and we're at 8-8.
Yeah, skepticism is relevant and welcome here for the Cyber Legacy 2-0. Everything points towards Na'Vi at some point wiping the sleep from their eyes and starting to dominate, but domination's not come so easy. Look at Klax. I'm going to be so furious if I die to someone holding my silo push from there. But fortunately, he tries the silent dismount and makes as little upkeep as he can.
Yeah, the yard plays from Cyber Legacy means they'll have to deal with the crossfires as the guns come out from Simple and Electronic, which is not going to be easy whatsoever. Flamey is the ramp holder, so they can look to
Going
exploit
for the
over there.
flank. It's not going to last too long.
They've been re-smoked on door, though, so there's another 20.
Should be enough time for them to start.
They're going ramp, or they're going top. Where are they going?
Electronic's about to ruin everything.
Oh, my God.
He checks it.
As you do.
He checks it.
As you bloody do. I can't believe that. But look at the time.
yeah.
I don't like this.
No, I understand that.
They're going top.
Nice shots from Boomich. He continues to contribute.
2 here.
2 are here. And he's
Oh!
got double kill from Perfecto. Simple softens him up. to make it one remaining and only 12 seconds left. Go for the jump, no scope. That ain't far off.
Flank,
Glowing
flank.
is going to get caught by the flank, and that's a disaster. It strikes for the Cyber Legacy gang. Full buy against just pistols, and the clock is their nemesis.
Yeah, that's a rough one. To lose that, this is where I really see Cyber Legacy coming into some troubles, and you can see their purchase coming on through quite quickly. Glowing's gone straight for a P250 HE, and Kevlar. Caesar's rocking the Tech 9 with Kevlar and a smoke. Maybe they could go for a fast top, but they don't have a lot to work with, right? So they can blow open Squeaky, they could smoke off main, and they have a couple of flashes to throw on through, but they need to hit the shots here. That's what this comes down to.
Yeah, they've got mad mollies against them too. Look at them all in to play instantly. That's going to be time being bought. No quick rushes unless you do that. Smoke it out, rush it down, Flamey on the run. Already the fight comes out. A 1-for-1 trade. Stood his ground against Tech 9s.
Boomich is here. What can he do? Because if he stops this window push...
Oh.
EB Electronic. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. Double kill, solving the mystery. Seized, however, catching Perfecto. Simple's rotated in with Electronic. They're both on this low side, and Foster's got the bomb. What's he supposed to do? Eventually going down. Triple kill from Electronic, and Seized nowhere to be seen.
If he wins this,
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'll do.
Nah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
23 HP.
Against Electronic and Simple.
Yeah, you're against the, the gods
Come
of
on
the
now,
new
Seized.
era Na'Vi.
I mean, Simple technically is vulnerable.
Oh, oh.
Oh.
You know where I'm coming from now. He's trying to make it easier on them. He's trying to give him a chance. Because this is
Full
Seized we're
sense
talking
of
about.
security. Or really ample sense of security. You've got a 1v1, and you lose it. That's pretty fair.
Yeah. Well, it was a decent attempt from Cyber Legacy, a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. The bomb plant would have been fantastic, but couldn't get that far into the site because this man right here stalled them on out. Yeah, Electronic was the hero of that round. Seized did a good job of controlling that rotation, and if oh boy, Foster was able to stay alive for a little bit longer, then potentially Seized could have helped him on out. Now, I just want to do a B-Stream update. We do have more games going on for IEM New York on 2020 in the CIS region, which is an RMR event for all of you playing at home. Windstrike are playing a team called, I don't know how we would say this, Ethereal? Ethereal? Yep. And they won the first map 16-2. So Windstrike got battered on that one right there.
Did I pick Windstrike? I think I did. Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
by name value, you should have as well.
Yeah,
So.
I think I went just by like HLTV, who's rated higher, or who's got the win mistakes. I don't know enough about the CIS region, so
Yeah. Well, it was a 13-2 T-half on
Bloody
Nuke.
hell.
So it was a bit of a battering going on there. As I think the CT side for Na'Vi should do exactly that, give Cyber Legacy a bit of a wake-up call here, knowing who they're in the server with, because map number 3, it's just around their corner. It will be Dust 2. Krieg out for Tricky. Stick with him, Rush.
Going outside. Smokes Bloom.
Tricky.
Yeah, he had a gap, and he's going to use it. Look at that. Oh, 1-for-1, but they catch Electronic. Tricky posturing for the jingle. Simple could be caught here. He's tucked in. Tricky ready and waiting to take these jewels.
Don't know if he clears Simple, though, does he?
Many players do. I like it, though. If they go down secret now, he is such a thorn in the rest of their CT sides. Here we go. Okay. Boomich doing what Boomich does best, jiggling with a smoke. Drop it. Bow, 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 bow.
All right, well, at least they know it's Boomich lower, so that's good information for them to pull on out. Simple hasn't moved from this box just yet. He's covering off towards the ladder push, but as soon as he makes steps, that's where Tricky has a chance.
but it is only a chance, and it's still against someone like Simple. So even then, the odds do always sit in his side when you are one of the best in the world. Tricky might have a little bit of a drop of advantage, but the clock being worked down quite low already, 40 seconds.
Such a nuisance, Boomich. But he has done enough to perhaps pull
baited
Simple out.
rotation.
Yeah. Perfecto checking. Confirms still one outside. And they're going top side. Boomich tucked in. He's redundant. It will be Perfecto. Simple coming in from hut side, but Perfecto needs to do a lot here. And he has. Double, not on the cards, but Clax gets caught. And if they can't find Simple, they can't get out. Boomich converted in, or spotted in the vents, and Seized is just going for the plant. Tricky's got to hold this, and he does get flashed off. They'll just push in, and now Simple exposed. He's low as well. Boomich closing the gap. A smoke? Careful now. Gun on is what Chad would be shouting at me. And it works out. First on to Simple. Boomich looking to clutch, and Caesar's only got 1 HP to clutch up. And that's not possible. So, another round found by Na'Vi, and credit to be given to both Boomich and indeed Simple finding that frag to slow him down.
Decent round there from Cyber Legacy. I like the idea, right? The fact that they were able to get Tricky in such a forward position, they were clearly playing with the rotations of Na'Vi there, and they even forced them exactly where they wanted them to go, but Simple playing outside the confines of that. He wasn't hanging around to help lower. He wasn't trying to battle back through ladder. He just went through lobby, and he was the real stopping factor that set Boomich out with a couple of freebies here to round out things. Boomich there just tickling down C's. So scooping up the AK-47. There was a smoke on the ground, got the defuse as well. And things are looking good for Na'Vi now as they are well and truly in control of the second map of the series here. 12-8. Guns will come back out. That plant helping out Cyber Legacy. But this looks like a pace change. Looks like a little bit of a quicker round here. Seized up and over. What can you do?
Channeling some speed. Flash is good.
This is great.
Electronic eliminated, just like that. Simple redundant on the outside. They're going to try and swing into him, I think. One high, one low. Break the glass when your teammate's taking the fight. They're not even looking for him.
Is Seized going to clear this?
Let's find out.
Oh my god, Seized is a monster.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the point to prove, right? The axe to grind. Flamey and Boomich don't really care, though, do they?
He always digs him out of something, doesn't he?
No, his value certainly showing here today. Glowing being held back by that Molly. Does have an angle on the cross. Should have that kill too, and has it cleanly. A 2v2 now.
They should just go lower, but they don't know what we know. Perfecto and Boomich currently...
He's always in the right place.
Wasn't he just...
Yep.
Yep.
The in-game leader of Na'Vi has a very, very good idea as to what they're going for here. Perfecto has completely locked them out of any rotations to top site. So, 40-second pause. Perfecto second-guessing himself. Boomich 2. Clear a pin drop. Is Glowing going to go in? He wouldn't have to announce his presence. He's considering it.
Should wait for the tap of the bomb here, though.
Yeah, that's exactly what Boomich is hoping he does. Bye.
Oh, he's made a meal of it, hasn't he? Well,
Well, at least he knows where Boomich and Perfecto are, so Tricky can still win this.
let's see the positioning that Tricky goes for. Flashed up, fully blind now. He's in trouble. Comes out of it, still alive.
He's playing as well.
No, it's not perfectly clean, but he still stands. A bold fight on the second peak. The third, he is Tricky. Are you okay, Alex?
Yeah, I fell off. I was so...
That clutch was so good that
I know,
Alex
I
fell
just-
off his chair.
I just want to make sure you're okay.
I'm fine. I was just surprised he went for the re-peak and I launched myself.
Oh, dear.
Oh, bless you.
Oh,
Yeah, I was worried because like Boomich was like outside
he had
killing
8
people.
bullets as well.
And the next minute he's lower.
stabbing
Goes for
him.
this knife kill.
10,
Yeah, I'll take that fight.
6
And then
bullets. Brrrr.
Take it again.
I guess he didn't want him to get towards the bomb because the fight would have become much harder. So
Yeah, no, it makes sense, but respect.
ballsy.
+1 thumbs. Love
they
that.
win this one. Money for Na'Vi's in a bit of a rough spot here. So Cyber Legacy have a shot again. This was looking like it was almost sewn on up.
We'll see, though. Na'Vi have been keeping control of the reins here. They haven't let any of that fun
Minimal utility.
And only a deagle for Boomich. But look how well he uses that thing.
Yeah, he's going to smoke himself off here, but I don't know if he's going to be allowed to retreat. Spray and nades do nothing, very little, and he might even get himself a UMP.
Didn't see it come through.
Glowing. Okay. An early casualty, though, that really does put a dampener on things. And previously, Cyber Legacy have struggled once they early concede, especially considering it's Seized. He's been one of the stars of this approach. Gaming White Tiger.
Rawr. Glowing. Timing.
Here we
Almost
go.
had him. And now the pace gets picked up. Glowing's going to really try and pressure this issue. He even... Oh, look at the ring
He's
around
had the
him
back
playing.
pedal.
Boomich is not being subtle, but now Simple has to hold on, and he does. This is Simple just showing you how to aim. 1 by 1, takes 2 down. Glowing's playing a very uncomfortable game of hide and seek with Boomich.
Yeah, there's no way in here. This is definitely a Na'Vi round. Tricky would have to find a couple of big kills. And even though Glowing has that, look who's waiting. Flamey, the ramp holder. He's not going to fall so easy. That's the bomb down, 15 seconds remaining. And even if Glowing could teleport across the map, I don't think he'd be able to pull this one off.
Yeah, he just wants to die now.
Or he should. And there he goes into the water. Having a nice
Oh, buoyant.
little bath there.
Means he's not a witch if he floats. No, he is a witch.
Yeah, if you drown, you're not a witch. That's how they did it.
That was the logic
Yeah.
back then.
Seems
Gosh,
good.
Great
humans,
logic.
you know, we were given such incredible brains. How did we use them so poorly for so long?
There's a lot of things I could throw around
We
right
could
now. Nothing that we want to whack on the
topics
broadcast.
now.
But
Stay away from those ones.
the Salem witch trials, of course.
Seems good.
The one, if the woman dies, then she wasn't a witch. If she lives,
Then she's a witch.
just
she's a
women?
And then we're
witch.
going to kill her again.
Kill her again. So
Yeah.
basically, it was just killing women.
Basically.
But what about the wizards out there?
What about the wizards?
Right? Why weren't there any practicing wizards during the witch?
There probably
trials?
was. We just didn't read into it.
Oh, and obviously, they didn't care about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sexism.
Yeah, rife in the 1700s, believe it or not, and still rife today.
Yep. It is what it is. 9-13 in the game, though we're seeing Cyber Legacy fade a little away.
Yeah, well-
Oh, help me.
That's a Rushley special, that is.
It is a Rushley special. The guilt in his voice yesterday. Oh, it was unbearable.
Actually went down the vents, and Boomich actually gonna chase them and actually get a bomb plan.
Like, literally.
Literally,
Oh my God.
a bomb plan on an eco. How do they do it? It's crazy. Glowing's got another one.
He even was the one who got dinged at spawn by his teammate.
See, Rush, what happened yesterday with that?
I don't know. For people who don't know, I was running out of CT spawn. You know, I moved my mouse.
Right
and-
clicked me in the spine.
Yeah, and
With a knife?
you know when you
Yeah.
hit your keyboard with your mouse. Yeah, I full on right clicked Alex in the back.
so that's
61
desktop
points of
then.
damage right
But
there.
did you hit the mouse on the keyboard?
Sure.
Why were
No,
you
no,
that far to-
no. Did you, when you knifed Alex,
Yeah.
hit the mouse on the keyboard?
My mouse went into my keyboard and hit my right click.
So
Ow.
it did, is what you're saying?
Yes,
Ow,
it did,
Would it
yeah.
hit
Okay.
your right click?
It can do that. And even if I
What side?
rotate,
Are you left or right-handed?
it's not like I am,
Are you left or right-handed?
like on a
Right-handed.
So
plane.
how did your right mouse button
Because
hit the keyboard?
keyboard
Sus on
slanted,
Rush. Sus on
mouse
Rush.
is
It doesn't
slanted.
add up.
Emergency
We're
meeting.
back in the game. 14-9. Rush is lying. He just hates Alex.
You knew it.
I'm
been
sorry,
saying it
Alex.
for
man,
years.
I'm
Good to have
sorry.
it confirmed.
Been saying it for
Yep,
years.
yep,
You know, he acts all nice.
You should see what he says about you, Lauren, when you get out of the car.
I've read his fan fiction about you. I know how filthy he can be.
That's rushleyfanfic.net if you're looking for it. Rushleyfanfic.net.
Is that a geosite? So
Yeah.
okay. He still uses GIFs on that one, I think.
Rush's idea of a party game is everyone gathered around a laptop playing GeoGuessr.
Stop it.
Oh, come on, guys. Is this the Netherlands or is it Denmark? It's a tough one. Perfecto goes down into the top side. They flood, and it works. Electronics locked out by the smoke. Flamey, too. Molotov forcing him out. And so a topside take from Cyber Legacy. It's hard to replicate, though, Chad. This is one of those things that it will get you your 10th. But if you try it again, it could fall foul to a quick spray through that squeaky door.
Yeah, they could fake off of it here. I'm just trying to watch this back and see exactly what they did on the skybox. We might be able to run through with everybody at home on this execute. I just want to make sure it's not just a simple one. Well, it is a simple one, but we'll run through it anyway. This round's about to expire, and we can jump into Skybox and just talk through what they did and talk through how they can use this in their advantage in future rounds. As Electronic just doing his best to hold onto his rifle. Claxy Boy says no, and Flamey over towards Spawn. Well, no one's going to be able to chase him down. They're all a little bit too far away. So that's 10 on the board. Cyber Legacy have made this one a competitive affair. 14 for Na'Vi at this stage. Guns are going to come back out. Here's the quick Skybox play. So they did their L-frame smokes towards the yard position, which you can see just here, and then they set up this top execute. They throw out the Molotov towards the bomb box early, behind the vent as well, and then they follow through with the smoke, the flashes to deal with Boomich, and then there's going to be a Molotov late towards Heaven as well. So just a simple execute, nothing crazy. Let's get back underway with the gameplay.
Rush them. Rush? It's called you Rush. Sorry,
Me?
Chad.
Oh.
No,
I've been
Chad.
called Henry today and Rush.
I know. It's just, I was thinking of if I could flame Rush some more. I thought, no, it's not appropriate because we're getting towards 15.
What's going on?
Don't worry about it, mate.
I'm thinking about buying some active wear. Like,
Going out clubbing my active wear.
yeah, but like I'm thinking proper leggings and a crop top just for lounge around the house. It looks pretty comfortable.
Does it go?
Crop top.
Just pretty jealous of all of these active wearers.
Okay, well, Na'Vi should win this round right here. And when I say Na'Vi, I meant to say Cyber Legacy because Na'Vi are only operating on pistols.
Yeah, you were close, though.
Yeah, but Na'Vi do have these 2 rifles, and Simple has the opening kill. If he can find the second here onto Seized, there might be a round to speak about here. But the M4 will be dropped in towards Warehouse. Tricky's lining up a little Tricky smoke. That one's going to go on through towards the main position.
That's a lovely lineup. Electronic's been biding his time, hoping that someone lazy clears, and oops, Jiggle reveals a bit too much. And now they'll push on him down. He's trying to get out of there and get a fresh
He's
clip.
got back up.
He does, and it is the M4, so they're trying to punish, but that's the big frag from Clax. Electronic opts for the final clip of his C-75, and Boomich is in a prime position.
Might not clear.
With the Zeus.
Oh, the range. Good stuff from Tricky there. So that M4 is in limbo. Perfecto's dead. And now it's just Electronic, the last man standing, 1v3 defuse kit, M4 in hand.
It's a package deal. That's not bad.
You might even give this one a... Okay, just... you want the AK? Oh, it's the Orb.
Hello.
Much sexier pickup right there.
Lovely little treat.
I like the fact that chat has now titled Rush Sussly.
Sussly? Wow, they actually play along. I'm going to open up the chat. They sound nice tonight.
I really pick and choose.
Yeah, so the whole cast to stop talk thing still happening?
Ooh, yeah.
Delusion.
Most people have fun.
Stay away from the chat. Nothing good is ever in any chat, ever. But 11 on the board for Cyber Legacy, and they also feigned that top hit. So they threw similar Molotovs, they threw the same main smokes, so they were making it look like that set piece. Now, I want to keep in mind here, if they want to do the L-block smokes first, like they did on that previous round, they are playing with the rotation. At one point, if they want to bite on that and actually use those smokes to leer into Warehouse or go down towards that secret position, that is an option. But I think these more direct approaches after forcing Na'Vi to rotate around might be the play. You can see here, going into this next round, Na'Vi operating with the AUG on Simple instead of the AWP, and Boomich back down to his signature MP9. And Simple is just playing in transition right now. He's waiting for the calls from his teammates so he knows where to rotate to and help. He needs that information before he can be the most potent version of himself. As they're holding onto a bunch of smokes here. HEs are still in play. Still a Molotov out for Flamey. Not a single defuse kit, and here's the man. Boomich holding secret with the MP9. Molotov not perfect, so he can actually hang around behind this. Legs.
Electronic got really hit. Now a proper molly, denying him any extra info or space. First fight, still unlikely to see Simple go down, and he's actually caught glowing. Seized trading. They know where the danger man is, and the smoke's going to fade. He's hoping to use this to sneak out. Oh, Foster's not expecting that at all. He's actually on the other side of the smoke as it fades, and boom, baby. Seized does get the trade, so we stay level.
Sometimes you need those rounds from Simple, though, don't you?
Yeah, and Flamey's going to find Seized here. That's the bomb. Looking good for 15 here. Na'Vi hunting for frags. Tricky. Flashed off. They know where that bomb is being held from. Flamey right on the other side of lockers. Picks up the bomb. And hunts him down. Tricky's not ready for this.
You're dead. You should be dead, yeah. Clax now with 10 seconds. Nothing to do but die. It's Na'Vi on 15, kind of as we expected, but the journey here has been a little bit trickier than I think they imagined. And against them, there should be a decent buy coming out.
Yeah, well, Cyber Legacy going into what will probably be the last round of the second map here have actually put up a decent fight. The fact that they've taken this to a 15-11 scoreline and they've held Na'Vi quite honest. They've shown some good tactical prowess, much better than what we had in our opening game. That Virtus Pro K23 affair was an interesting one. This one here is actually delivered as far as teamwork, cohesion, doing the dry runs. They're all on point, and so is Simple here in the last round of play. Tricky goes out. Simple may have had enough here as he forces forward and maybe forces the issue. Glowing takes down Electronic. That's the 2 stars of Na'Vi taken out of the round within the first 20 seconds. At this point, it's a 4-on-3 situation. Cyber Legacy are looking good for one more. Have to have a couple of major fumbles here. The bomb yet to cross towards Secret, but they will need to meet on up. No one's rotated towards the lower side of things from Na'Vi, and they might actually be considering a save if the bomb goes down towards the lower site. Still have a shot in this round, that's for sure. But Boomich should be the first point rotating down through the vent to get contact, and the other 2 individuals are over towards ramp. They're currently boosting on up, so mounting on top of the box will be perfecto. Flamey can now play and swing either towards heaven or down towards that ramp position, but there's no sound cues just yet, so they don't need to rotate. But steps are made, the jig is up, and Na'Vi, if they want to bite into this round, they will have to start to understand where they need to be and how they need to retake this lower side of
Can
things.
they afford it?
Their money's not great. Their loss bonus isn't good either. And Na'Vi, by going for this, yikes. It's only 1,900 as the loss bonus in the next round, I believe.
Not even.
1,400.
Yeah.
Eey.
So, yeah, that fight being taken by Flamey has lost him his M4 for the next round.
Okay, so let's say that Boomich and Perfecto hold on to what they have. If they're able to do that and hold on to these 2 rifles, everybody on the team is going to have 1,400 as a loss bonus coming through. Simple will have roughly 3K. Electronic will have... Oh my god, it's getting worse.
It's getting really worse. And honestly, Perfecto could be caught here.
Ooh.
Very easily. Foster spots him.
He's been spotted.
Okay.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you a problem. Force?
I think it has to be. I think you have to force, then save next.
Some of them are double eco, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
1,400, you may as well buy twice.
It would be the force now, then it would be the save with the 1,900 loss bonus.
And then you'd have
The
weapons.
2,400 loss
That
bonus
would be
coming
like
through.
match point.
Yeah. Well,
Force
that's the
buys.
right play, though. It gives you the most potent set of rounds.
And we've seen Na'Vi win a round like this with just Eagles. Second round of this half.
So they can do this.
All right, strap in.
I was happy with 15-11.
Yeah, I mean, that
I
felt
was
like
checked out a little bit. I was like, well, that'll be
just a
fine.
matter of time. What's the third map?
You got a little throwy, little cappuccino-y.
Yeah, they ordered the cappuccino. They just didn't pick it up.
Oh, it's a bit cold now on the side.
Still frothy, though.
Foams.
Full of frothed milk.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Again, I can't look at Cyber Legacy yet and be like, okay, they can keep it perfectly clean.
Look at
even against,
Clax.
like lighter
Did he
buys.
throw his main smoke, or is he there for another reason? Oh, he's actually just holding the flank. That's the flank hold when they do 4 yard. God, it's very elaborate. Okay. Here we go. Electronic is in an off angle. He's ahead of the flashes.
Oh!
One with the dink found.
Decent opening, though.
Yeah, you can't ask for more. Flamey's taking
take
space. He'll call lobby clear if he's not careful. Na'Vi with 3 postured on that top site.
They've cleared a lot, though, Na'Vi. They're well aware that, okay, lobby's clear. It's that outer area that's got problems.
he
Boomich
just walked
isolates
through the
one, and it's
smoke.
Perfecto there. This is what we mean. We can't expect Cyber Legacy hold them to the same standard as we do others because we don't know enough about them. Yes, they've been great at moments, but Clax now has to go into a 1v2.
Spot simple as well. Would need to clutch up a 1v4, and then from above, Boomich strikes. That is a disaster of a round. Na'Vi holding on. Hands in the air like they just don't